of the Dead isn't Halloween, yet many start thinking about death then. Given Mexico's rich history of civilizations and 500 years of modern history, ghost stories are not unusual. Mexico City, like many colonial cities, has ghostly regions. The city's past is etched in blood, and AMIP paranormal investigator Antonio Zamudio believes all historic center buildings are haunted. Famous haunted house stories include the historic District 1. Juan Manuel Solórzano lived at Republic of Uruguay 90. He sold his soul to Satan to slay his wife's lover, according to legend. He was sure she was cheating. The devil told him to wait outside his house at 11 p.m. and kill the first person who passed. Don Juan Manuel targeted the wrong individual despite the devil's warning. He had to keep walking till he spotted a sign indicating he had picked correctly. However, his loving wife prevented the sign from arriving. Even now, the Don asks passers-by the time every so often. He adds, "Fortunate is one who knows the hour of his death and disappears if you react at 11 p.m. Casa Negra and Casa de Montenegro are prime Colonia Roma real estate. Here are two neglected late 1800s and early 1900s residences. People assume the graffitied one is haunted, but Zamudio says it's the other. It has been unsuccessfully converted into a restaurant multiple times. Patients and doctors lived in the building during the 1930s typhoid pandemic. But people wanted it gone, so they burned it. Some said they still hear screams from the house. The 1970s saw the start of La Moira Home. A dull home sits west of San Miguel Chapultepec's historic core. After finding the house was unlocked, Marco, a youngster, entered. A dead infant was found in one of the rooms. He pleaded for assistance, but his parents did not listen. He returned as an adult, but never left. Instead, a beam sustained his corpse. Owner La Moira owns the home. Her curiosity with the supernatural has led her to invite artists to draw anything within. The pieces address depression, sorrow, and suicide. Marco's ghost is one of 3 documented hauntings. Zamudio denies that the other 2 famous homes are haunted. He calls these claims fake news that has garnered media momentum. The witch's house, Casa de las Brujas, located on Rio de Janeiro 56 in Colonia Roma. Barbara Guerrero is the protagonist. She was still thought to be a shaman or witch who performed rituals and sadistic healings in the 1960s. Its eerie reputation may stem from its early 20th century English-style design. After Guerrero's 1979 death, which was subsequently proven false, people reported hearing screams, tables, and chairs moving at odd hours, and laments. One is about a big mansion overlooking a ravine in Chapultepec Park's borders. It is believed that Aunt Antonia's mansion, known as Casa de la Tía Toña, was owned by a rich woman without any relations. To fight poverty, she adopted children. One tale claims she went insane and killed the kids before burying them at home. Some tales suggest Tía Toña threw the children down the ravine before or after their deaths due to their taunts or abuse. They say the lady's soul haunts the house and grounds, causing inhabitants to see a woman in the windows, hear children crying, and hear scolding voices. Zamudio says the House of the Tiles, now Sanborn's restaurant near the Palace of Fine Arts in the historic center, is the location of one genuine but underrated story. This building's exquisite blue and white Talavera tiles draw tourists from Mexico City. Instead of going to a haunted house or carnival, take folks to paranormal sites and let them figure it out.